Oh,
Good, my
Di,
guy. What's
what
good?
the air feel like?
What's good,
What the
my
air
guy?
feel like? What is good? What is really good?
Smell,
What
smelling
is the
kind of good over here.
goodness?
Smelling kind of good over here.
Yo, the oxygen, the stuff that's in this oxygen over here is all right too. Is all what up, folks? What's going on, folks?
Hey, yo, y'all caught us. They caught us backstage. I forgot we don't got no intro. YouTube bugging, trying to tell us this ain't
Hmm.
original content over here. They ain't know this was the streets. What are they talking about? This ain't original content. Let me get, let me smack them. Let me get them. Hey, yo, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Wednesday, 7:30 ish. That means we must be on Knicks Freestyle because the Blanche to Network is live, and there's only one cat who's been authorized to have that slot, and he brought me along. He felt found it worthy in his heart to bring me along. So we know there's only
Nah,
one thing happening right now. In this time slot here, right now, we own this space. We've been owning this space for Knicks space. So we're not just here because we're up 3-2 with one game to win out of two to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, and one of them is going to be a home game. We're not here because of that. We're here
we've
because
been outside.
we in us. We're here because we scheduled to be here. This is what the contract I signed said. This is what my phone beeps every Wednesday at this time if the Knicks not on TV, because that's the only thing that can stop us from coming in this space at this time, the Knicks being on TV. Listen, Freezy backstage, the big the big kahuna, he want to start talking about culture. This is what Free Keith was telling you when I was stressed out. GI. The culture is we don't tell you what we're doing. Because when we get there, we're going to shock the world. We're not going to tell you through the media. We ain't going to do all that capping, because all you're going to do if something go wrong is doubt us. Use it against us. So Phil Jackson came out here and said what he was going to do. All the Grunfeld, everybody, Patrick Ewing, everybody said what they was going to do. Leon Rose is going a different route. That's why I feel so different this time. He said, listen, I'm going to give my godson, Jalen Brunson, $100 million, and y'all are going to lose your mind until you realize you lost your mind. I'm going to tell you, I watched him in high school be Mr. Illinois, and I'm a NBA talent scout. I'm watching players like, yo, this dude over here is better than Rick Brunson. But yet, Jalen is Mr. Basketball. This Jabari Parker, all these dudes, all these kids. Then he doesn't even get offers. He got to go to a small school in Philadelphia who's coming up, but he ain't get to go to Kentucky. He ain't get to go to Duke. Y'all, you forget this. Y'all forget this. It was Jay Wright that said, whoa, come here. Or it's Jay Wright that helped mold him in his father's mold, in Leon Rose's mold, and said, listen, you could go out there and be a flashy one and be a hot, what they call it, a hot flash in a pan, or we could go out there and build you with something, and when they finally see you, they can't take it from you. You could do it every time, the same way, every night. I know this is supposed to be the intro, Keith, but I am absolutely misbehaving tonight. I am here to be a historian. Even though Freezy said we're not going to no post from 2 years ago. Freezy, I'm sorry. Freestyle. When I remember my stuff used to be over there. My whole basement, the whole setting. I got an announcement to make later on today that's even more going to blow your mind. I want y'all to take it positively. For years, we've been at this thing, and Keith curated this thing on a premise that you gotta believe. You don't know. You don't have no empirical evidence. You don't know that we can't win 50 games in the season. You don't know that we can't be one game away. And listen, we're gonna lose things in the process. It's gonna look grim for you, but it's still gonna happen. Keith's been telling you that. No, Keith, we gotta have Kevin Durant. No, you don't have to. We're gonna build like the Pistons. Is there any more team built like the Pistons today? Is Isaiah
04 Pistons.
Star, the white Bill Wallace? Is Ragu not Rip Hamilton? Is OG not Rasheed Wallace and Achua? Now, is there any other team? Did they have what they had Chauncey Billups over there? I didn't even get to JB, whoever JB want to be. We don't need all these fans. In fact, I'm gonna shut up here. Because I'm gonna get a Pacers some props too. Nah, I want to get you in. I know you smoking. That's how I want to get you in. I want to get you in because I need you. I need to make sure that I don't take too much of your steam. That's not fair. I'm supposed to be here doing the introduction. I just can't. I just got to be responsible on the network. I have to. Even me, I have to be held accountable. What has happened has been molded. It's not by accident. The trades, everything led to this moment to be up 3-2 with 4 or 5 players on the bench because it's telling you what happens when you have the heart and the will of the champion. Imagine if this team had all the shiny things that them other guys are at the lake or at the golf course, all them other $200 million more contracts, 6 top players in the history of the NBA, all on one team, and they're home. They're home. They would love to be. We told you earlier this year. I said I'm going to end. All the Knicks need to be is in a good place. They only need to end this season on a high note. It doesn't get any higher than this. If we lose the next 2 games, it doesn't get any higher than this because you know if you lose, you're going to walk off saying, we gave it our all. If we might get a stinker next game in Indiana because, you know, this home thing is it's just it's real. It's home court cooking. The play, even though we didn't get no calls to say, all I'm saying is no matter what happens, your season couldn't be any higher. You've seen bench guys come in and perform on the biggest stage, and they're not who you're relying on. You complained about how much you paid Hart, and now you complained how much you played Brunson, and now you can't wait to give him more. You complained how much you paid Hart, and now you can't wait to pay more. You complained how much you paid for DiVincenzo, and now you can't wait to pay more. If you think that's by accident, Keith told you it's by accident, but it's just not going to be something tangible 2 years ago. So any of these guys saying they only free Keith was doing this. I thought he was a madman. I said, Keith, let's just go with the soft tank. Let's just take it out that punts and gets us down to the next road. He wouldn't take it. It's like I said, Keith, take the plea. I'm the lawyer. The man wouldn't take the plea. In Jersey, we call that spinning the wheels. He said, I'm going to spin the wheels. I don't know if I'm going to get 13 black or not. But hey, Keith, you hit 13 black, young man. I need you to go ahead and come off mute. And I need you to talk to these people who you created this show for. May God bless and keep you, King. And thank you for letting me ride.
GI, man, you my guy. You my guy. Yo, salute to the chat. But you know what? Salute to the believers, bro. Salute to the believers. Salute to the people who can see the future without reading palms. Bro, like, to the casual observer who wasn't putting pieces together. Oh, Leon don't know what he's doing. Leon slow rolling. Where's the superstar? When you trade? Oh, he's supposed to be a mob boss. When he traded for the superstar. Meanwhile, that dude is actually going to who he knows is going to be a superstar, while you didn't. And I say you, and I'm actually pointing at me too, because as much as I love Brunson, I dare any one of y'all, including myself, to say that y'all knew that this was going to be what you was getting. You know who knew? God did, and Leon and Tibbs, they did. Nah, but you know what? That's enough of the past. That's enough of the past. What I really want to talk about, what I really, 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 really want to talk about is how high on life the Knicks is making me right now. Do you understand the team build? The team build that we just did is going to be modeled. Is going to be modeled coming seasons, next season, and seasons following. You know, on God, that's what's going to happen. Watch. Oh, defensive players, two-way players, tough grit, tough. Those are the words you're going to be hearing thrown around in terms of prospects and this, that, and the other now. Why? Because the CBA, you ain't going to be able to keep three superstars on a team and think you're doing something. Those paychecks ain't going. You got to monitor the books a little bit tighter. So now what you got to do? Now what you got to do? Your teams, your scouting departments got to do actual work now. Now they got to do actual work. Because now everybody got to find diamonds in the rough. Everybody got to dig in the dirt. Oh, it's about to be a good time in the NBA. It's about to be a good time in the NBA. But and, enough of that about that. Yo, we one way away. We one win away from the Eastern Conference Finals. So one. Anybody? And yo man, throw me a one in the chat if you as excited as I am that we one win away. Just throw that up there. While you out there, hit that like button too. And if you're a newcomer, welcome. Please subscribe to the Lawrence Taylor channel. There's a lot of content in there for you to explore.
Like,
But check
subscribe,
me out
share, please.
and share, please. Don't be selfish. Keep it to yourself. But now, so here we are now. Where we are. Let me see how many. Let me see how many ones I might have actually gotten on. Because I just want to make. All right. Okay. All right. Somebody out here hearing me preach. I dig it. So we one win away from the Eastern Conference Finals, right? But painting this picture, if I told you a team was going to end the season with only one of their original starters in the starting lineup, and that three of the starters was going to be out for large stretches, and then two of them was going to be out for the rest of the season. And they are part of your main contributing core. What do you think about that team normally? Man, yo, that team had a rough run, but like, I understand why they ain't make the playoffs. We one game away from the Eastern Conference Finals. One game. Yo, the beauty behind the pain of all the injuries we experienced, and starting from the, and not even the Mitchell injury, starting from the OG and Randall injury, decimated, decimated trades. We trade we trade QG for Burks and Bogey. We hold water. We hold water. Cats get it together. Wow. Wow, OG out and this defense is still up. This is crazy. What are these guys really about? What's going on? What's going, bro? Yo, I want to tell y'all tonight. Y'all team is wild, crazy. Yo, these dogs is, this is the hardest fighting, toughest team. I'm not even going to say in my Knicks sports fandom life, in my sporting fandom life, this is the toughest, no nonsense team that I have ever rooted for. Yo, they say next man up very casually. We take it as just a phrase. Oh, you know, they're just saying another office talk thing. They mean that to the core. Last time we saw your man Burks play basketball, it was towards the end of the season and he was playing trashy. Yeah, he had an injury, I'm being told, after blah, 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 blah. He doesn't play a minute of playoff basketball until we absolutely needed him 2 days ago. I mean, 2 games ago, what happened? Shows up. How? We getting to see stuff we would have never gotten to see. And what's the beauty of it is that all those guys down, OG's probably coming back. We're probably getting past this series, and we're probably going to be in the Eastern Conference final with a very, very good chance to get to the final. With this, with the story, with the season story of this team, what other team you know was going to pull that off? That's wild, crazy. You understand what we got? Y'all don't understand what we got. Yo, your boy iHeart pulled down 12 offensive rebounds.
Tied the Oak Man
Must win.
for the record, for New York Knicks record, tied with Oakley. However, Oakley had 11 or he had 12, but it's close. Up there.
No. It's tied. It's tied. It's tied. It's tied. But his assist, that coupled with the assist, actually is an older record. I think Willis Reed or something. Casually, we're watching these guys do. You know,
Only one man has had
Brunson is putting
more. Yeah, only one. Go ahead. You're going to say.
Brunson is putting up 40 pieces, and the people that he are not is now in the company of are cats that are like top 15 players in the in league history. Some of y'all, I remember some of y'all during the Frank years had compared him to some young Jordan. I remember y'all. I remember them tweets. This man right here is legitimately getting compared to the most important part of Jordan's season.
First team All NBA. First team All NBA.
He's first? Is he like? I mean, we know he's first, but is he?
So
Did he
peep
get
game.
first?
He's top 5 in NBA scoring. He's first team All NBA.
Gotta be.
Nope.
Gotta
No
be.
point guard. Only Luka.
It's
Only
position.
Luka.
Oh, it's position. No, it's positionless now though. I thought it was
It's
positionless now they're
positionless
doing.
too. That's what I'm saying. It's positionless too, and only Luca is the only other guard that got more votes to him. Everybody else was a center or a power. It was Giannis.
Oh,
It was Giannis, Luca, and no, Embiid couldn't be in there. So it was Giannis, Luca, um, uh, oh my goodness, Joker, and Shea. So him and Shea will be all NBA at the guard. You know what?
mm.
It's be tight. He might get. You know what? Hopefully they do it like that. Will they? You know what? That
But
might be
I don't. But it's on. But don't. But they don't use. But they don't use.
sure. No, I think
They
that
don't
might be
use
the
the postseason. They don't use the postseason in the tally
So they're
for the All
saying
NBA though.
Brunson, Luca, and Shea Gildress are the top 3 point guards in the NBA. Who would have said that 8 months ago?
Not the not even the most optimistic Brunson fan. Not even not not even the biggest Brunson stan would have been able to predict this. It's crazy. It's crazy. But every time I hear him talk about his mentality and hear how like how his parents approached how his parents approached it, that dude was really maturing about it, and they made him ready from a young age, yo.
You know,
He been developed his whole life to be doing what he's doing right now.
the only fear the Knicks have, and I don't want to look past where we are, is can we keep this all together? This is winning at a high level. This is not average level winning. This is winning at an extremely high level. We are playing like one of the top 4 teams in the NBA. We're probably the most exciting team left to watch in the NBA. People love the way we play basketball. They love looking at Jalen Brunson like, how the heck is he doing this? We show grit. They like looking at a coach who ain't out there being flashy, trying to be all up in the videos. They looking at Tom Thibodeau like, yo, that man is work. Josh Hart. They like then let's not forget this story that of the Villanova boy. The three oh, go look at how the Villanova, they was gritty. They played defense. They knocked down the shot. They were efficient players. Oh my goodness, they carried this over to the NBA at an even higher level. Josh Hart is not that athletic, ladies and gentlemen. He has a good handle for the guards that's sticking him and his speed. So he has a good enough handle because he plays power forward. So he's got big 6'9", 6'8" guys sticking him. He can just get down low. There ain't nothing they can do. They got to stick him. Ain't nobody else just for him to stick. So that allows him, you notice they can use him to get Brunson off the ball. Y'all can't say, we used to say last year this time, Tibbs is a one man, he's got a one trick pony. Man, there's so many different offenses. They're just not going to show you that in the regular season. In the regular season, they're going to win by hitting some 3-pointers and playing a lot of D. That's how they're going to win in the regular season. Come the postseason, you start throwing intricate defenses, then we going to start throwing intricate offenses. You never thought with Tibbs is not being that coach at any level. In fact, Tibbs is proving he's the coach of the year. And give it to the man from OKC because it's probably to have those young players. Tibbs do got a lot of vets on the team. He do got a veteran
Yeah,
team.
nah. I gotta give it to that dude. Honestly, I do.
That team's young as that.
Nobody expected this out of OKC.
And they don't owe it to nobody. I don't even think they started paying max contracts yet. And look at the results they get. They got no choice not to make the mistake they made before with KD, Harden, and Westbrook. Because those three, if they were smart, that would have been like the Warriors. That was organic. They drafted y'all. So they could put anybody around y'all because they could give you any salary you want. You can pay whatever you want to keep your own guys. There's no salary cap to keep your own guys. So you could have kept putting players around them. Them three idiots could keep it together, and now they regret it. Except for KD, the other two regret it their whole life. Then they got back together after they didn't like each other anyway. So what was the purpose? Just goes to show we're not getting off into other teams. We're saying what we have right now is so gentle. And these guys, man, come on, Miles McBride, we got him signed for 3 years for what, $56 million? 4 years, 56. We're paying a man not even $20 million a year.
Oh, Miles? No, Miles is like
8 a year.
I think. Is it even that much? I don't even think it's
Please
that
say
much,
it's
bro.
8. Keith, please
I
say
don't
it's
even
8.
think it's that
I'm sure
much.
he got some kickers in there, man. I'm sure he got some incentive clauses, Keith, man.
Maybe,
That man deserves.
hopefully, because it's son, he's getting like fifth man off the bench bread.
Bro, fifth man off the bench. Okay, like the 10th man, right? Guy who don't play.
10th man
But the
bread.
other team, they don't wear. They
He's
sometimes
getting.
they dress in street clothes.
But I think the one thing that we undervalue, though, is these players actually wanting to be here.
He
I
wanted
don't
to be
think
here.
that we really
He didn't
value
want
them.
to test. If he would have, anybody else would have said, no, 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 that's your offer. Hold that. And how long will you hold it? Because I want to test the market. If he would have did this, do you know his value this offseason, Miles Bryant?
So if we were able to, if we actually paid this whole team to the value that they're actually playing, we wouldn't be able to afford this whole team.
So when I tell teams, you got guys saying this team is winning, and this not even one of the best teams you've seen in the last 15 years. I said this is one of the best teams you may have ever seen ever. What are you talking about? Willis Reed
Ever.
had to limp out of the locker room and fake it. Willis Reed couldn't stay in that locker room like Julius Randle, OG, and Randall, OG, and Mitch is right now. What? Then throw Bogan in there too. What? What? Who else can? What other NBA team could recover from that? Are we understanding what the history we're making right now? Man, if we win this game tomorrow, I'll be honest.
So
I am going to
my
them.
biggest
See, go ahead.
my biggest thrill is that I'm living through an actual moment in Knicks history right now. Like this is going to be one of those talked about moments, and I'm seeing it live. I
Like
always
the
was jealous
99,
about cats who
like the 99 team that snuck to the playoffs off the out of the AC.
yep. But yeah, that was a special run. I feel like that run really isn't talked about enough. But that was a special run. That was like a heat
Because
run.
of the lockout.
That
Because
was
of the
like,
lockout.
oh, true story, true story, true story. So I guess, yeah, yeah, yeah. People always refer to that as the lockout. Yeah, yeah.
You know,
So LeBron bubble chip don't count.
and it don't feel good for them. And that would be the only one he brought them. They're not when they get back all them championships the Lakers got, when they get back there and they start talking about a LeBron trophy, a statue, they're gonna be like, man, what? This other
They got time.
so many man, Tech Pat Riley might come out and say, I better get a statue before LeBron. Riles might have a
Ooh,
statue, but shoot, listen.
ooh.
Some mad cats that'll
Yeah,
come out and say,
being the mercenary that LeBron has been, he can't get a statue anywhere.
no, they gave him one in Cleveland, didn't they? Yeah, he got one in Cleveland.
He got a stat. Okay, I get. Okay, yeah, he got them one. Probably the only one they'll ever get in another 50 years. But he did get them one. That was legit. I give him that one.
The thing about Friday is how can they move this energy in? How can they do this without the crowd? Can they do this without the crowd? They haven't been able
Dude,
to.
these guys
They've been punched in the
these guys are
mouth.
getting these guys are getting 2 full days of rest.
Can't fall behind 15 points this time. Can't, Keith. Can't do that on
I
the
would
road.
I can rationally say that I feel like they won't.
If they do, Keith, I'm gonna find out in the first 8 minutes. They found out by 15 in the first 8 minutes. I'm gonna be like, oh, we're about to get blown out tonight. And I knew we
Nah,
did that last
nah, nah,
last
nah, nah. You gotta let
last game in which car, so
you gotta
we're about to get that ass tapped.
look at all the games. Look at all the games for like I'm gonna say the entire series run. The first quarter to me is more of a feel out the game quarter. Like I don't like they always improve no matter what they're doing well or if they're doing bad, they improve from the first quarter. So like I don't really like to me, I look at the first quarter and I see what they're doing. They testing, oh, is it gonna be that physical? Or the refs gonna let out of that? Like it's never as intense, but the intensity increases. I'm telling you, I don't really put as much weight on that first quarter performance anymore.
I'm telling you where I disagree, especially on the road, is because if we start off slow, that gives that bench confidence. And every time we start off
Mm,
slow and struggle with them, it's because that bench scores out of the world, man. Obi Toppin be out there looking like he should have been drafted before Halliburton. I mean, he was drafted before Halliburton, but I mean, like he should have been like who are the Knicks to get rid of a guy who could do all what Obi Toppin is doing? I mean, he been out there looking like that. So him McConnell comes in and can play fast. If the game is close, then McConnell got to play under control. When you keep McConnell under control, he's nothing. It's when you let him run all over and use that energy against you. That's when he in trouble doing all that herky jerk, kind of like honestly, little like Brunson. Other than he can't shoot like Brunson. But he so you take all of that away if you don't let them get up 15 because they'll look at each other. I've seen McConnell and Obi look at each other, look at the scoreboard and come in and go bananas. And then you don't want to be playing away from behind this time. So I just need them to tighten up, man. They just need to embody. Listen, they want to win. They want to win. They want to win this series. And they got to play how they played last game. They don't want to get tight in that game 7 at home, man.
Nah, I don't think I honestly don't think it is that because and also also I think we're gonna benefit from a little bit of desperation on the Pacer side. Now it's still a young team. It's still a young team, and this is like as far as any of them has been, and this is like most of their first playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like now they in an elimination game. If that game get tight, I could definitely see us. I could definitely see us like controlling that game. I can definitely see us controlling that game more because they're going to get frustrated. They already started getting frustrated in the last game.
So I saw a highly it's a lot of highly intelligent comments, but I saw a highly intelligent comment that said that's from Just Nick. So okay, Just Nick, salute. He said once we went smaller, we got better defensively, and that's right. So he's saying we're going to start off small in Indiana, so we won't let them get as many threes, boy, because they get hot, man. Teams get so hot against us from three. It's just so frustrating. And we do give up so many, but boy, I just be watching their threes go up like, oh, it's not going to miss. Like Halliburton one game, I just keep saying, did he miss? Like, I don't think he missed. Like, I just feel like so okay, if that's going to help us make them drive to the hole, but we can't get Hartenstein no foul trouble. And Miles Turner is soft, man. Miles Turner, man. Boy, if we would have had Mitch and man, if we would have been healthy in this series, man, we would destroy them. And they're soft on the front line. They're cotton candy on the front line. Because don't forget, Randall averages 10 boards a game too, and he get 2 or 3 offensive a game too. So we would be mashing them. You got Isaiah getting his offensive glass when he in there, Mitch getting his offensive, Randall getting man. Oh, we would crush them. And we would sweep them. We would have definitely swept Philadelphia, and we would have swept them. We'd be man. Listen, I'd be curious what we could do against Denver, because I think Denver's going back.
I think Denver's going back, and I feel very confident against Denver. But even to tell you the truth, I mean, I'm not acting like the Celtics ain't gonna be like couldn't beat us. Like they definitely
I'm cheating though.
are a problem.
I'm saying the Celtics without Porzingis. So I want all my team healthy, and I want them to not have Porzingis. With Porzingis, they create a big problem because Porzingis pulls our big man out, and boy, they go to work on us.
But here's the thing about Porzingis, y'all. You can put a guard on Porzingis on the perimeter because he plays down the guards. That was one of his big problems. Even when he was here, and you'll watch in games, he'll play down to guards.
You mean the Marcus Smart who took his legs away? I think Porzingis got much stronger since then. I really think he did.
Okay, but I feel like I can put a Josh Hart on him. I can put a Josh Hart on him.
And then who they going that power forward?
On the perimeter. I'm telling you,
they actually could go Porzingis and 4 fast players and make it impossible for Hartenstein to even play. Porzingis changes things. He changes things, which is why they ran through the league.
He changes.
Why they ran through the league the way they ran through the league.
And this is why that year with our first run in the playoffs went the way it did because we didn't have Mitch. A lot of cats was on, Randall performance, blah 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 blah. But Mitch was the reason why we were actually so dominant. I don't know why people don't really kind of like take that into any consideration. It was because of Mitch that we contained the Hawks.
Yeah, I don't get it. Keith, I truly don't. But the fact of the matter is, man, all we got left is we can't out talent Indiana. Keith, we can't. We can't out talent Indiana. So all we got is heart. And on the road, it's going to be a tall order. If we do get this done, boy, man, this will be closest thing to a championship that Knicks fans in this era have seen. This will be better than anything done in '94 for sure.
I'm not discounting and it's funny. I'm not discounting a championship, bro. I'm not even discounting a championship.
This year?
I'm not. This year, I'm not even discounting it.
You're wild.
I'm not discounting it. I'm not discounting it.
If we get to the next round, Celtics gonna toss us.
You think so? Nah, I don't. I'm still going us in 6. I'm still going us in 6.
Oh, they're gonna watch us.
Still going us.
We cannot protect that rim. We would not. They'll put Al Horford in, who could pull Hartenstein out. Oh, we cannot protect that rim against Jalen and and Tatum.
So you saying without Porzingis? Without Porzingis,
without us, OG, man, OG. I love OG. We're not gonna have to pay a lot of money for OG. I don't think OG gonna make it back, bro. I heard he going through some stuff, but OG, man,
Nah, yeah, nah. He in the
OG
pool
needs
now.
to
He in the pool now. He in
listen.
the
I think he
pool. He
came out.
about to be.
I think he came out the
He
pool
about
and
to
was
be
able.
running.
I think he came out the pool.
He about to be running.
He came
He
out the
about to
pool.
be running. He gonna be back. He not gonna be back for this round, but he gonna be back for the Celtics. And this is what I'm saying. I feel like we got enough. We got enough with these guys right now to get past the Celtics. We do.
I just
If
don't.
OG is back, if OG is back, and this is all predicated on that. If OG is back and can run and doesn't get re-injured and runs it for what you call it, I feel like we have a good chance against the Celtics. Without, especially without KP.
I think OG needs a month. I think OG needs a month for the way that hammy must feel. He needs a month. I don't know what's going on with OG's body, man. We got to figure OG out,
Yo,
man. We got to get OG in some bubble
yo,
wrap, brother. Oh, you ever see OG's injury? You ever see his body, his injury history? Man, he got every man. OG a
nah, but
walking.
to me, those were different. Like those weren't like this. To me, is the first injury that was like, oh, like some kind of shit that could be uh, uh, uh,
Avoid it.
use or overuse or whatever, this, that, and the other. But like his other injuries, like, oh, he had appendicitis. He had like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Just
these are
everything
real,
happens
just
to
real
you, bro.
shit.
It's
Like
just like you're like
you
Linus
get
with
it
the
out the
cow.
way.
You're like
You get it
Linus
out the
with
way early.
you're like
Look,
Linus with
this was a epic, epic epic simultaneous injury run that this team experienced this year. I doubt it's going to be replicated ever in the same way. I I'm not saying we won't have injuries. We won't have it as this team is built. However, it is built to absorb the regular amount of injury from player to player throughout the season. It is definitely built to absorb, even among the even among our top players. As long as both, as long do you statistically, do you really think that the run of injuries that we've had is going to be something that we can say like, oh, that's going to be a regular run of injuries like this? Nah. Yeah, a guy may be out, a guy may get injured, or this guy may get injured next, or this, that, and the other, but like we're not going to be having like 4 or 5 starters, I mean, 3 or 4 starters injured at the same time for the whole season. Come on. That doesn't happen all the time. Even in a sport, that's not something like that. I wouldn't bet on that.
Yeah, I can't see that happening. It didn't hasn't happened any other time. I mean, we had Brunson banged up and Randall banged up, but we didn't have the supporting cast. This if we had just Brunson banged up and Randall banged up a couple years with this supporting cast, they would have got us through. These guys would have
Got
got
us
us through.
through.
Bro. Oh yeah.
It's the supporting cast, like the Brunsons, the Randalls, you know what I'm saying? The OGs, these are the guys that get talked about. But guys, like yo, like the supporting cast, everybody is a star in their role. Everybody. Every freaking body is a star in their individual role. That's a championship team.
Let you know the coaching, everything's right from the water, but everything is right in New York City, and we said it about 3 months ago. We've been saying it. Everything's right in New York
With the
City from the
every
water from the water boy over to Leon Rose. There's nothing wrong. It's the perfect run organization.
bro, and I
And I
think we're
heard
gonna
the
make a deep
Rangers,
run.
and I heard the Rangers are equally as well. Madison Square Garden is an A1 organization. James
It,
Toll is a hell of an owner. He looks amazing.
it's 94. It's 94. It's 94 again. It's 94 again. Look at that. It's 94 again. But I tell you, it's those other players on the team that really got me juiced because as much as I under as much as I feel to the core of me that we're making a deep playoff run this season, I smile with every game at the team that we're going to be next season when everybody is back. All I want to do is get back to that January team with Mitch. That's it. We are about to run the table in this league. Watch. I'm not saying we ain't gonna lose no games. Don't get me wrong. I'm take my hype for granted. But what I'm saying to you is this team has a sustainable greatness right in front of us. And it's by the grace of God and his mercy to the other teams in the league that he allowed these injuries. Because if this team was full right now, we would have swept both the 76ers and the Pacers. That's my word.
Yeah, injured Joel Embiid ain't standing a chance. We would have mentioned them.
Nothing.
Mitch and Hartenstein would have destroyed him, and we would have just kept running everybody out. We would have ran everybody at Maxey, and on the other end, we would have pulled what you call it. We would have pulled Embiid away from the hole because they wouldn't have just had Brunson from between. But Randall would have destroyed Philadelphia.
No,
you
no
think Josh
way.
Randall would have
no way you could even have afforded to pay as much attention to Brunson and double and triple Brunson with Randall on the floor as well.
Randall get one-on-one on the left side. Tibbs would make sure he came from the left side. They would start Brunson on the right side to get double team. And Randall would get the ball on the left side with his handles. Whoop, whoop, whoop. He'd get and ones all day. He had them big boys. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And you know how he do. He got it on, too. He got the footwork Brunson got on the low-low. He got Brunson footwork on the low-low. He whoop, 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 whoop. You know, Randall, get his bully Randall. And he can't bully Randall because now he's on the backside, one-on-one. There's nothing between the bucket but him and one man because everybody else is out back.
Yo, you cooking. Uh-huh.
So you see what can be. And the Knicks aren't dumb. They know what they have. They have Randall under contract. We have no team that wants to beat us. I mean, every team wants to beat us. We knew that before the season going in. Now to end our season like this, well, we're just so lucky. We're lucky to be Knicks fans. We truly are. No, we can say, oh, listen, we paid a lot of time. I think the luck is they say, well, GI, what do you mean? We'll do this. We're lucky because one, Phil Jackson didn't broker the house to get players around Carmelo Anthony the way y'all wanted to. Some of these draft picks, Phil Jackson could have traded away. And we were able to do a couple of things with them. We didn't do everything right with them, but we didn't. They were assets. We drafted Deuce McBride. We drafted Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson got us through that first series. We did. We drafted him. So we've done the right thing. They've signed free agents. They only inherited Randall, who wasn't there. They signed Brunson. They signed Josh Hart. They signed DiVincenzo. They signed Hartenstein. These four guys have won us games. The guys that Leon Rose signed, if he gets called in to renew his contract, Dolan asks him, what have you done? He says, well, I took your salary cap that you gave me. I signed Brunson. I traded for Josh Hart and then re-signed him. I signed Dante DiVincenzo. I signed Hartenstein. I drafted Deuce McBride. You tell me where we would be without those five players. And Dolan to say, what's the negotiation number?
If we built the way Cats wanted us to build, we'd be the Bulls right now.
I think that's a good analogy. I think that's fair. We built the Bulls, a lot of flashy.
If we built if we built how fans wanted us to build over the years, we would be the
Oh, I'm
Bulls
sorry.
right now.
I traded for OG Ananobi. I got rid of guys that wasn't mine. I got rid of
Thank
RJ.
you.
Oh yeah, he did. I drafted quickly. I drafted quickly. I drafted RJ. He didn't draft RJ Barrett. Yeah, no, he drafted RJ Barrett. Yeah. No, what you call is gone. No. Perry drafted RJ Barrett. Remember, he really had no choice.
Yeah,
Perry.
Perry, yeah.
Perry.
and
So he said, I got rid. I
and we see
drafted
where
quickly. I
uh,
drafted.
he
Go ahead.
drafted RJ. He got deported
Quickly too.
by
Don't forget I
Leon. Leon
drafted quickly
deported him.
at his value. I brought a player in,
Not
and since I brought that player in, he's been 25-5. Now you have to explain his injury. Now I think OG is gonna lose some money for his injuries. I really do. I think OG has no choice but to give money back
good.
for his injuries, and if he wants to stay here, I really think I need him to.
Ask me if I can. I mean,
Yeah,
everybody has seen his injuries, so that's going to be a problem anyway. So I don't even think that that's a negotiation joint. I think both him and Randall are going to negotiate very. And you see,
Beaver.
Randall came back to CAA. You see, Randall came back to CAA.
Well, I didn't see that.
Like, oh, you didn't?
Maybe he
Oh,
left.
a couple weeks ago.
Maybe he left to
Couple weeks
sign.
ago, he's
Maybe he left to sign some deals so he wouldn't have to give him the money on, and then came back. Maybe he had the right to
uh,
leave month to month. Because if he got some deals on his own
okay.
that have nothing to do with CAA, but don't forget CAA taking 10% of anything he get. They don't care how he get it. Just like your record deal. You know the deal. You one of them hardboiled businessmen. You know the deal. I want everything. I want to cut on everything. I want it. So it could have been something like that. Especially if MSG is bringing it. You know how the garden bring when the garden is rocking, people want to spend money with it.
I hear you, but I feel like that was supposed to be more permanent. And I think he is back with CAA only because like now he's negotiating from not a dominant standpoint.
I think this team's success did hurt him. Did hurt his value. Especially the Randall haters. I'm sure the Randall haters are happy
Al-
in there.
Although I think it is Tibbs and Leon's intention to get back to that January team. And
Oh,
it's easier to do with guys in house. You already have Randall in house.
and
And
Tibbs to me,
Tibbs what?
Tibbs' demeanor. Insert his demeanor. Remember, nobody wants to play for Tibbs. Remember all the talk. Nobody wants to play for Tibbs. Tibbs, right? And now all of a sudden, Tibbs is one guy that game out of. They talk about the greatness of Tibbs and how many teams he's taken this far, and it's not a fluke. His plan works. You just can't get players to play for him. Well, it's probably not by accident we have the players we have, and they can perform at the level they can perform because they understand the coach, development, building. What Keith was saying, it's not by accident. This is a plan. Just because you couldn't see the plan,
It
go
was
ahead,
the
talk to me.
plan. Yo, that's the thing. But see, and here's and haven't I also did this? Like, yo, I give cats grace because there hasn't always been a plan. When guys said when we're hearing from all the front office guys that there is a plan, and all their plan is to try to acquire a star at all costs. These guys came in not talking. I was like, perfect. That's perfect. That's exactly what we need because the fan base been a member of the front office for too long. It's time for us to get fired in order for the team to actually grow. Oh, yeah, Philadelphia. Oh, we got fans saying, "Oh, we should have did what Philadelphia did. The process. Look, they got MB, they got Ben Simmons. Blah 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 blah. Look, the process still processing. We're about to get further than Embiid ever got. One game. One game. We're about to get further than Embiid ever got. And here we are. Yo, are you frozen? You ain't frozen, are you? Ghetto.
No, I'm sitting here bullshitting.
Uh,
So,
uh, 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 uh,
what
uh. uh.
time we rocking till
No, no,
tonight,
no, no,
Free?
no. Your screen.
My bad. No,
I think
I'm done.
we at eight. We passed the time, but like, yeah, I'm riffing.
Yeah, I ain't you freeze. Where you at?
Eight forty
Yeah,
five freeze.
yeah. If we gonna do something with you gonna have your little banter with Keith. Yeah, see, you know what it is, Keith?
I don't know
Freeze, he
why I
don't have
did
no
that.
smoke for you. There's times he don't like my
That's the problem.
commentary. Yeah, he don't have no smoke for you. He smoke free, freezy.
He smoke free. Cause honestly,
Okay,
what's
it's
not to
okay.
love?
Yeah,
What's
it's
not?
okay.
What's not to love? What's not to love right now if you're not a hater? Even if somebody who if you was a skeptic and that's really what your angle was, you a skeptic. What's not to love? They like these cats are literally proving everything that dudes really said they wanted years ago. Years ago. I don't I can't do anything but appreciate, yo, this team right here, they I got friends of other teams who are out the playoffs and they're like, yo, man, yo, it's hard not to like the Knicks right now though. Cause it is if you like basketball, if you if you like sport, you gotta like the Knicks, what the Knicks is doing right now. These guys are warriors. The long and short, they warriors, and it's crazy. Long story short,
Preaching. You preaching, bro. You preaching. You cooking.
long dude, I just yo, a team full of guys like this. You know how rare it is. The rarity of what's going on right now, who these dudes are, what they made of. Dude, these dudes are millionaires. They're millionaires. Why am I putting my body on the line? Uh, wrestling league talking about rest days and why do you even got a mandate? You got to play at least 65 games to get an award. Like, why is that even something that got to be mandated? I guarantee, yo, I'd be willing to bet that all of the players polled that voted that voted Tibbs the coach that they wanted to play for the least, that they all sitting down watching the playoffs right now at home on their couch. I bet
And
you they
they, they
watching the
and they
playoffs
load
right now.
managing. They probably load managing. All y'all load managing cats is
Let's
at
go.
home,
Let's
man.
go, Uncle Freeze. Oh, where'd he go? Low management.
Yo, Freezy, come back.
Can you imagine? He played too many minutes. He
Bro, I'm
played too
trying to
many
get my
minutes.
hand in the
Tears
I'm trying to get
prior
my hand
to.
in the cookie jar, bro. And y'all like, you know what I'm saying? Come back and talk
You
Yo,
trying?
what's
Randall.
up, bro? You usually have
What's
some
going
banter.
on?
You smoke free freezy tonight?
Hey man, well, you know, salute y'all. All these load
Ain't
man,
nothing. Ain't no.
everybody that criticized, bro. Everybody that criticized the way Tibbs does his thing is at home. We one game away from the Eastern Conference Finals.
Watching
One.
one game. One game. And this is not even the team that we thought would do it.
Nah. Because this is a culture win. The culture is winning right now, bro. Not the players, bro. It's the culture
Dog,
that's winning.
you are 110% correct, my brother. And I hate when people say, and it's funny. I hate the whole like, oh, like we not win, like we not as talented as the opposing team. We winning on what? Nah, dude, it's time to start realizing, like, yo, these dudes, it's talent. It's talent behind the grit.
Right, bro. Yeah,
Like you gotta make the shot. Like these cats is talented. Like we got talented, gritty cats.
bro.
Oh joy.
Yeah, cats can't talk to me about injuries, bro. You can't talk to me about injuries, bro. Like if you the Atlanta Hawks and you had injuries all year, guess what? They got the number one pick. They in the lottery, bro. You can't talk to me about injuries if you the Memphis Grizzlies, bro. Memphis Grizzlies had Jaren Jackson, and Desmond Bain out, bro. But they still don't have as many injuries as us. They in the lottery, bro. Come on, this is culture, bro. This is about the culture. You know what I'm saying? This is bigger than basketball, bro. This is about a culture of wanting to lay it all on the line for the people that's in the organization with you. That's what it's about, bro. This is about sacrifice right here. This is about guys 6'4" playing power forward because the star power forward is out, right? This is about guys playing 38, 42 minutes when they were used to playing 12 minutes. This is about the culture, bro.
Your man, your man Berg scored 17 points in what, 12 minutes?
Right, right.
Yo, ain't play a lick of basketball the whole playoffs. We
Yeah.
have, dude, this team full is an embarrassment of riches. And it's finally here. Y'all need to open your arms, eyes, appreciate it. It's here. It's
Yeah, man.
ours. It's right in front of us. We watching it play out. We living in history.
Right.
This is crazy. I love it.
Right. It's the culture, bro. It's the culture that we built. Right. And newsflash, everybody, the culture has been in place for about 2 years. The culture has been in place for about 2 years, man. You're all the cats that don't
That
want to.
culture was in, that culture was actually started or embedded from the time Tibbs took over.
Right. Right.
I don't know, and I don't know why anyone, with all, even the people who don't like Tibbs, I don't know why anyone would have thought otherwise. That's what he does everywhere.
Right. And we want to win away from our dream scenario. The dream scenario is play the Boston Celtics on the way to winning the championship. Bro, that's the dream. The dream scenario is beat Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals on the way to a championship. That's the dream scenario, bro. And we are one game away from that dream being almost realized. That's it. That's it.
So we get to the playoffs. I mean, we get to the Eastern Conference Finals. We get to the finals with this team. Leon is a better. I look at Leon as a better exec than your dude in the Heat for the Heat. What's his,
Right.
Pat Riley, and I think Pat Riley the best.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I learned throughout this experience is what I learned throughout this experience is you don't have to be the best when you enter, but you can learn from your mistakes, right? You can learn from mistakes that you made, right, while learning on the job. And the thing about Leon Rose and Tom Thibodeau and even Julius Randle to an extent is I think they've all learned on the job while they've been here, and they've corrected mistakes that prevent them from getting to their major goal of having this be a championship level organization.
Was Yep. I'm sorry, but as a quick aside, I don't. I'm hearing some talk about the Celtics game right now. If the Celtics can't be, if the Celtics lose tonight with no Spider, we go into the finals.
Well, the
We go into the
The
finals.
Celtics are winning by 6 right now, bro. Going into the fourth quarter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, I saw this last comment. I saw this last comment. I mean, one of the comments was saying that Morris is lighting up Tatum right now. I was
Yeah.
like, wait, hold on. They better not.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sorry. That was a sidebar. I'm
No,
hot.
no doubt. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah. I
We got
think
2 days of rest.
yeah.
We got 2 days of rest. The team
Yeah.
got 2 days of rest. So they're about to see a fresh animal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, Eastern Conference Finals, here we come.
Yeah. We are one victory away from being Eastern Conference finalists. Maybe we get OG
Without
Anunoby back in that series. Maybe we don't. Right?
this is
Maybe. I'm sorry.
this is kind of reminiscent though of the 90s, like those the 90s Ewing Starks teams, because it was really Ewing Starks and a bunch of thugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it's Brunson, Devo, and a bunch of thugs,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we thugging our way through.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. That's all I got. GI, you got something else?
No, just like I always said, I want to see a championship in my lifetime, but I also said no skipping steps, and that was a theme on the Blondes Tears Network for a while. Freeze always say, "Yo, you don't get the footstep flipped." He would tell cats, "Go ahead, give your plan for what you say," and they'd be like, "We're gonna do this, and get Kevin Garnett win a championship." And Freeze said, "No, no, no, you skipped the steps.
Yeah.
How you
Nah, man.
think you get to skip steps?" I just was not astute enough during this process. I understood the basketball scene. I was pleased with the effort. I never wanted to give up on Tibbs. You'll never hear that out of my mouth. But
Right.
I didn't realize how many steps was being taken. Keith was trying to get me to believe. And I don't know if Freezy will be as honest as I am. It took me longer to believe than it took him to believe. So he probably that's why he's screaming championship now. There's no end to
Yeah.
his
Remember when I was saying
sight.
60 wins, 60 wins,
Yeah,
60
yeah.
wins? Yeah.
Yeah, and once he
Yeah.
said 50 this year, I said, no way we get 50, and we won 50. And that's when I started realizing something was a little different. So
Yeah.
I'm here for this ride. I see that,
This team,
go ahead.
if this team has proven anything to anyone, is that they can rise to any occasion.
That's culture, dog.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for butting in, but I needed to say that. That was the end of my rant.
Yeah. That's about the culture. Tom Thibodeau and
Brethren,
Leon Rose and the players have built a culture
believe.
of a structure of, as long as we do things our way, we have a chance to win every night. Doesn't matter which player on the roster is playing. If we play to our capabilities, we can be competitive with any team in the NBA. Period. Period. That's where we are. And here's my thing too, just real quick. For everybody that is nervous about Boston and nervous about us closing out Indy, hey, the Miami Heat looked just like this last year. A bunch of injuries on the roster, one man leading the many, right? And they parlayed that into an NBA Finals trip. And guess who they beat on the way? And guess who they beat in the Eastern Conference Finals on the way there? A team we thought was insurmountable, the Boston Celtics. So, yeah, that's all I
And they
got,
don't
man.
got KP,
Oh,
and they don't got KP.
man.
Yo, my belief in this team is crazy high. And only because like they keep proving people wrong.
Right. Right. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I'll bet on their late game execution over the field. Bomb. Simple.
Yeah. 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 Hey man, that's all I got, gents. So
Yeah, man. Salute to you guys. Thank you for spending your time with us. We appreciate you. The barbershop talk, like, we love it. Hope you all, if you're at home, great. If you're going home, get there safe. Man, it's a great time to be a Knicks fan. Be happy. Be wherever this ride takes us right now. We actually even have brighter prospects in the like going into the future. So, man, salute to you if you was a long-standing Knicks fan. Salute to you.
right.
Salute to you.
Salute. All right, everybody. All right, everybody. Thank y'all for rocking with us. We're gonna get out of here. Y'all be safe out there. We'll see y'all Friday, I guess, when the Knicks play. We'll see y'all Friday. Thank you to GI and Free. Peace, y'all.
Peace.